Shalom. Welcome back to the Cepher Readings, Day 6. Chapter 19. And there came 2 angels to Sedom at even, and Lot sat in the gate of Sedom. And Lot, seeing them, rose up to meet them, and he bowed himself with his face toward the ground. And he said, Behold now, my Adonim, turn in, I pray you, into your servant's house, and tarry all night, and wash your feet, and you shall rise up early, and go on your ways. And they said, Nay, but we will make abide in the street all night. And he pressed them upon them greatly. And they turned in unto him, and entered into his house. And he made them a feast, and did bake matzah, and they did eat. But before they lay down, the men of the city, even the men of Sedom, compassed the house round, both old and young, all the people from every quarter. And they called unto Lot, and said unto him, Where are the men which came to you this night? Bring them out unto us, that we may know them. And Lot went out at the door unto them, and shut the door after him, and said, I pray you, brethren, do not so wickedly. Behold now, I have 2 daughters which have not known man. Let me, I pray you, bring them out unto you, and do you to them as is good in your eyes. Only unto these men do nothing. For therefore came they under the shadow of my roof. And they said, Stand back. And they said again, This one fellow came to sojourn, and he will need to be a judge. Now we will deal worse with you than with them. And they pressed sore upon the man, even Lot, and came near to break the door. But the men put forth their hand, and pulled Lot into the house to them, and shut to the door. And they smote the men that were at the door of the house with blindness, both small and great, so that they wearied themselves to find the door. And the men said unto Lot, Have you here any besides? Son-in-law, and your sons, and your daughters, and whatsoever you have in the city? Bring them out of this place. For we will destroy this place, because the cry of them is waxen great before the face of Yahuwah, and Yahuwah has sent us to destroy it. And Lot went out, and spoke unto his sons-in-law, who married his daughters, and said, Up, get you out of this place, for Yahuwah will destroy this city. But he seemed as one that mocked unto his sons-in-law. And when the morning arose, the angels hastened Lot, saying, Arise, take your woman, and your 2 daughters, which are here, lest you be consumed in the iniquity of the city. And while he lingered, the men laid hold upon his hand, and upon the hand of his woman, and upon the hand of his 2 daughters, Yahuwah being merciful unto him, and they brought him forth and set him without the city. And it came to pass, when they had brought them forth abroad, that he said, Escape for your life, look not behind you, neither stay in all the circle of the Yarden, escape to the mountain, lest you be consumed. And Lot said unto them, Oh, not so, my Adonai. Behold now, your servant has found grace in your sight, and you have magnified your mercy, which you have showed unto me in saving my life. And I cannot escape to the mountain, lest some evil take me, and I die. Behold now, this city is near to flee unto, and it is a little one. Oh, let me escape thither. Is it not a little one? And my soul shall live. And he said unto him, See, I have accepted you concerning this thing also, that I will not overthrow the city for which you have spoken. Make haste, escape thither, for I cannot do anything till you have come thither. Therefore the name of the city was called Zoar. The sun was risen upon the earth when Lot entered into Zoar. Then Yahuwah rained upon Sedom and upon Amorah brimstone and fire from Yahuwah out of the heavens. And he overthrew those cities, and all the circle of the Yarden, and all the inhabitants of the cities, and that which grew upon the ground. But his woman looked back from behind him, and she became a pillar of salt. And Abraham got up early in the morning to the place where he stood before Yahuwah. And he looked toward Sedom and Amorah, and toward all the land of the circle of the Yarden, and beheld, and lo, the smoke of the country went up as the smoke of a furnace. And it came to pass, when Elohim destroyed the cities of the circle of the Yarden, that Elohim remembered Abraham, and sent Lot out of the midst of the overthrow, when he overthrew the cities in which Lot dwelt. And Lot went up out of Zoar, and dwelt in the mountain, and his 2 daughters with him, for he feared to dwell in Zoar. And he dwelt in a cave, he and his 2 daughters. And the firstborn said unto the younger, Our father is old, and there is not a man in the earth to come in unto us after the manner of all the earth. Come, let us make our father drink wine, and we will lie with him, that we may preserve seed of our father. And they made their father drink wine that night, and the firstborn went in and lay with her father. And he perceived not when she lay down, nor when she arose. And it came to pass on the morrow, that the firstborn said unto the younger, Behold, I lay yesternight with my father. Let us make him drink wine this night also, and go in, and lie with him, that we may preserve seed of our father. And they made their father drink wine that night also. And the younger arose, and lay with him, and he perceived not when she lay down, nor when she arose. Thus were both the daughters of Lot with child by their father. And the firstborn bore a son, and called his name Moab. The same is the father of the Moabim unto this day. And the younger, she also bore a son, and called his name Ben-Ami. The same is the father of the children of Ammon unto this day. Chapter 20. And Abraham journeyed from thence toward the country of the Negev, and dwelt between Kadesh and Shur, and sojourned in Gerar. And Abraham said of Sarah, his woman, She is my sister. And Abimelech, king of Gerar, sent and took Sarah. But Elohim came to Abimelech in a dream by night, and said to him, Behold, you are but a dead man, for the woman which you have taken, for she is a man's woman. But Abimelech had not come near her, and he said, Adonai, will you slay also a righteous nation? Said he not unto me, She is my sister? And she, even she herself, said, He is my brother. In the integrity of my heart and innocence of my hands have I done this. And Elohim said unto him in a dream, Yea, I know that you did this in the integrity of your heart, for I also withheld you from sinning against me. Therefore I suffered you not to touch her. Now therefore restore the man his woman, for he is a prophet, and he shall pray for you, and you shall live. And if you restore her not, know you that you shall surely die, you and all that are yours. Therefore Abimelech rose early in the morning, and called all his servants, and told all these things in their ears. And the men were sore afraid. Then Abimelech called Abraham, and said unto him, What have you done unto us? And what have I offended you, that you have brought on me and on my kingdom a great sin? You have done deeds unto me that ought not to be done. And Abimelech said unto Abraham, What saw you, that you have done this thing? And Abraham said, Because I thought surely the fear of Elohim is not in this place, and they will slay me for my woman's sake. And yet indeed she is my sister. She is the daughter of my father, but not the daughter of my mother. And she became my woman. And it came to pass, when Elohim caused me to wander from my father's house, that I said unto her, This is your kindness which you shall show unto me. At every place whither we shall come, say of me, He is my brother. And Avimelech took sheep and oxen and men servants and women servants, and gave them unto Abraham, and restored him Sarah his woman. And Avimelech said, Behold, my land is before you, dwell where it pleases you. And unto Sarah he said, Behold, I have given your brother 1,000 pieces of silver. Behold, he is to you a covering of the eyes, unto all who are with you, and with all others. Thus she was reproved. So Abraham prayed unto Elohim, and Elohim healed Abimelech and his woman, and his maidservants, and they bore children. For Yahuwah had fast closed up all the wombs of the house of Abimelech, because of Sarah, Abraham's woman. Chapter 21. And Yahuwah visited Sarah as he had said, and Yahuwah did unto Sarah as he had spoken. For Sarah conceived and bore Abraham a son in his old age, at the set time of which Elohim had spoken to him. And Abraham called the name of his son that was born unto him, whom Sarah bore to him, Yitzchak. And Abraham circumcised his son Yitzchak, being 8 days old, as Elohim had commanded him. And Abraham was 100 years old when his son Yitzchak was born unto him. And Sarah said, Elohim has made me laugh, so that all that hear will laugh with me. And she said, Who would have said unto Abraham that Sarah should have given children suck? For I have given him a son in his old age, and the child grew and was weaned, and Abraham made a great feast the same day that Yitzchak was weaned. And Sarah saw the son of Hagar the Mitzrayim, which she had borne unto Abraham, mocking. Wherefore she said unto Abraham, Cast out this bondwoman and her son, for the son of this bondwoman shall not be heir with my son, even with Yitzchak. And the thing was very grievous in Abraham's sight, because of his son. And Elohim said unto Abraham, Let it not be grievous in your sight, because of the lad, and because of your bondwoman. In all that Sarah has said unto you, hearken unto her voice. For in Yitzchak shall your seed be called. And also of the son of the bondwoman will I make a nation, because he is your seed. And Abraham rose up early in the morning, and took bread, and the bottle of water, and gave it unto Hagar, putting it on her shoulder, and the child, and sent her away. And she departed, and wandered in the wilderness of Bere'shiyth. And the water was spent in the bottle, and she cast the child under one of the shrubs. And she went and sat her down over against him a good way off, as it were a bow shot. For she said, Let me not see the death of the child. And she sat over against him, and lifted up her voice, and wept. And Elohim heard the voice of the lad. And the angel of Elohim called to Hagar out of the heavens, and said unto her, What ails you, Hagar? Fear not, for Elohim has heard the voice of the lad where he is. Arise, lift up the lad, and hold him in your hand, for I will make him a great nation. And Elohim opened her eyes, and she saw a well of water. And she went, and filled the bottle with water, and gave the lad drink. And Elohim was with the lad, and he grew, and dwelt in the wilderness, and became an archer. And he dwelt in the wilderness of Paran. And his mother took him a woman out of the land of Mitzrayim. And it came to pass at that time that Avimelech and Pichol, the chief captain of his host, spoke unto Abraham, saying, Elohim is with you in all that you do. Now, therefore, swear 7 oaths unto me, hereby Elohim, that you will not deal falsely with me, nor with my son, nor with my son's son, but according to the kindness that I have done unto you, you shall do unto me, and to the land wherein you have sojourned. And Abraham said, I will swear 7 oaths. And Abraham reproved Abimelech because of a well of water, which Abimelech's servants had violently taken away. And Abimelech said, I know not who has done this thing, neither did you tell me, neither have I heard yet of it, but today. And Abraham took sheep and oxen and gave them unto Abimelech, and both of them cut a covenant. And Abraham set 7 ewe lambs of the flock by themselves. And Abimelech said unto Abraham, What means these 7 ewe lambs which you have set by themselves? And he said, For these 7 ewe lambs shall you take of my hand, that they may be a witness unto me, that I have dug this well. Wherefore he called that place Bere'shiyth, because there they swore 7 oaths, both of them. Thus they cut a covenant at Bere'shiyth. Then Abimelech rose up, and Pichol, the chief captain of his host, and they returned into the land of the Bere'shiyth. And Abraham planted a grove in Bere'shiyth, and called there on the name of Yahuwah El Olam. And Abraham sojourned in the Bere'shiyth's land many days. Chapter 22. And it came to pass after these things, that Elohim did try Abraham, and said unto him, Abraham. And he said, Behold, here I am. And he said, Take now your son, your Yachid, Yitzchak, whom you love, and get you into the land of Moriah, and offer him there as an ascending smoke offering upon one of the mountains which I will tell you of. And Abraham rose up early in the morning, and saddled his ass, and took 2 of his young men with him, and Yitzchak his son, and clave the wood for the ascending smoke offering, and rose up, and went unto the place of which Elohim had told him. Then on the 3rd day Abraham lifted up his eyes, and saw the place afar off. And Abraham said unto his young men, Abide you here with the ass, and I and the lad will go yonder and worship, and come again to you. And Abraham took the wood of the ascending smoke offering, and laid it upon Yitzchak his son. And he took the fire in his hand, and a knife, and they went both of them together. And Yitzchak spoke unto Abraham his father, and said, My father. And he said, Here I am, my son. And he said, Behold, the fire and the wood, but where is the lamb for an ascending smoke offering? And Abraham said, My son, Elohim will provide himself a lamb for an ascending smoke offering. So they went both of them together, and they came to the place which Elohim had told him of. And Abraham built an altar there, and laid the wood in order, and bound Yitzchak his son, and laid him on the altar upon the wood. And Abraham stretched forth his hand, and took the knife to slay his son. And the angel of Yahuwah called unto him out of the heavens, and said, Abraham, Abraham. And he said, Here am I. And he said, Lay not your hand upon the lad, neither do anything unto him. For now I know that you fear Elohim, seeing you have not withheld your son, your Yachid, from me. And Abraham lifted up his eyes, and looked, and behold, behind him a ram, caught in a thicket by his horns. And Abraham went and took the ram, and offered him up for an ascending smoke offering in the stead of his son. And Abraham called the name of that place Yahuwah Yireh. As it is said to this day, In the mount of Yahuwah it shall be seen. And the angel of Yahuwah called unto Abraham out of the heavens the 2nd time, and said, By myself have I sworn 7 oaths, says Yahuwah, for because you have done this thing, and have not withheld your son, your Yakid, that in blessing I will bless you, and in multiplying I will multiply your seed, as the stars of the heavens, and as the sand which is upon the seashore. And your seed shall possess the gate of his enemies. And in your seed shall all the nations of the earth be blessed, because you have obeyed my voice. So Abraham returned unto his young men, and they rose up and went together to Bere'shiyth. And Abraham dwelt at Bere'shiyth. And it came to pass after these days, that it was told Abraham, saying, Behold, Milcah, she has also borne children unto your brother Nachor, Huz his firstborn, and Buz his brother, and Kemuel the father of Aram, and Kesed, and Shazo, and Pildash, and Yidlap, and Bethuel. And Bethuel begat Rivkah. These 8 Milcah did bear to Nachor, Abraham's brother, and his concubine, whose name was Reumah. She bore also Teva, and Gaham, and Tahash, and Ma'akah. That's the end of chapter 22. Psalms. Chapter 6. To the chief musician on Neginah upon Sheminith, a Mizmor of David. O Yahuwah, rebuke me not in your anger, neither chasten me in your hot displeasure. Have mercy upon me, O Yahuwah, for I am weak. O Yahuwah, heal me, for my bones are vexed. My soul is also sore vexed. But you, O Yahuwah, how long? Return, O Yahuwah. Deliver my soul. O save me for your mercy's sake. For in death there is no remembrance of you. In Sheol, who will give thanks? I am weary with my groaning. All the night I make my bed to swim. I water my couch with my tears. My eye is consumed because of grief. It waxes old because of all my enemies. Depart from me, all you workers of iniquity. For Yahuwah has heard the voice of my weeping. Yahuwah has heard my supplication. Yahuwah will receive my prayer. Let all my enemies be ashamed and sore vexed. Let them return and be ashamed suddenly. Hallelujah. Praise Yah. In the name of the Son, Yahushai, Yahusha HaMashiach, and the Holy Spirit, the Ruach HaKodesh. All praise. Thank you for joining me,